You guys, so I'm coming to you for a story time video about the time, well, not the time, a couple of days ago, the tragic that I had to go through for these two little braids. First off, let's just say that it was too much, but I'll explain. So let me just give you some background information. So my plan was to get my hair done and go up to my mom's job and give her her birthday gift and see her and bring her lunch and things like that. So the day before, I prepped. I bought everything I needed to get my hair done. I even text my stylist and was like, hey, I need you to do my hair, blah, blah, blah. So in the morning, I text my stylist and I'm like, hey, I really need my hair done, you know, because she wasn't answering my text message. So I called her and she was like, okay, just bring spritz, jam, blow dryer. I'm like, I don't use spritz. And she said, oh, you need it because, you know, to hold your hair, and I'm not going to use a lot. So I'm like, okay. And she did go up on my price because I do have long natural hair. And, you know, after talking to her, I called my friend on the phone and I was like, girl, she going up on my price and this is how much it is, and she's telling me to bring all this stuff, and we're like, I could have went to the Africans for all this because they already have everything that I need for my hair. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go to the Africans, and plus that stuff wasn't even going to be taken out of my price. So I end up going to the Africans. Oh, and let me just backtrack the day I bought the hair. I'm sorry, I'm moving way too fast. So the day that I bought the hair was the day before all this happened. And I walk in and I'm on the phone with my homegirl, you know. I'm like, hey, actually we was on FaceTime. I'm like, hey, I need, you know, confirm the type of hair that I need to bring. So she told me that the Yaki perm was good. That's the kind that she's using. You know, I trust her. I've seen her. She wears braids. So I'm like, yes, okay, cool. And I'm like, I want it long because I noticed that it was short. And so the associate, I was looking at some type of hair, but I was just looking. She was like, that's not the type of hair you want. I told her I wanted some long hair. She told me that the Yaki perm wasn't going to be long enough. She told me that. And she said, well, how much are you willing to spend on hair? And I said about $2.99, the same price as the Yaki perm. And she's like, oh, okay, because I was going to say we had some long hair in the back. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see. So I go back and it is long, but I didn't open up the pack. So that was my fault. So just remember that it was long. But anyway, the price was $8 for the pack. And I'm like, wow, $8. So she was like,
it's going to be long the way you want it, and it is nice. It's the texture of your hair.
So I ended up buying it. Next day, okay, so after talking to my homegirl, confirming that we was gonna, that I was gonna go to the Africans, she referred me to this place, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to this place closer. So I did go a place that was down the street from my house. I didn't go right away to where she referred me to. I went to a place up the street. You know, I did call around first before I went. And I walk in, you know, there's no one in there but one person. I'm like, hey, I want 2 braids. I show her the style that I do want. And I'm like, I want 2 braids. Can you do this? She's like, yes, yes. And I'm like, can I see your work? And she's like, we do this every day. We do this every day. And I'm like, but you might have something or have done something that I like instead of, you know, what I just showed you. I might negotiate, you know. She's like, when the girls come in, she will show you. She done good work. She will show you. So obviously that means she wasn't going to do my hair. And then there was another lady in there, and she's like, hey, that was you calling from the blank blank area code or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that was me. So she sits down. She starts talking about where she's from and why she changed her number for the shop and all this stuff. And mind you, I'm sitting there for about 30 minutes. So I'm looking at the work. Oh, and before I went, I did Google them, and like on Google, like when it's a company, it will pop up, you know, where it says call hours and details, and then you can scroll over to see pictures. If I have picture, it will let you scroll over. I did see the work, and there was some good work. That's why I went there. But I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more pictures. So she did show me a photo book that I didn't stay, and I'll get to that in a minute. Like, we're just sitting here. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that I wrote a post like, there's no one in here. I'm getting a vibe. Should I leave? I was like, okay, this is taking too long. Like, I had stuff to do. It's my mother's birthday. Like, I'm not finna be in the salon all day for no 2 braids. Like, that's out. Like, nah. The girl ended up finally coming. Thank God. And then I'm like, hey, I want 2 braids. Is this enough hair? And she's like, yeah, you're good. So I'm sitting down thinking I'm about to get my hair done. And then she starts on my hair, and then she part all this other stuff, and then she take out the pack, and she's like,
I can't do this. I can't do this. This is not enough hair.
I'm like, what? I was so mad when I seen that hair was cut. I was pissed off because I paid $8 for that hair, and you gonna tell me you can't use it. But I wasn't mad at her, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that hair was cut. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was cut. Let me go switch it out. And she's like, oh, we have a beauty supply store right next door, so just go over there. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna have to get this hair and go. Like, that was my mission. So I go to the hair store, and I'm like, hey, I need Yaki perm. Do you have a 1B? So the girl's like, no, we don't have a 1B. So I'm still looking. I see a pack of ones. I'm looking in the back because maybe someone misplaced it or whatever. I don't got time to be playing with them because I need a 1B, and I don't have time to go to any other beauty supply store. So I'm looking, and she's like, no, if it's not out, we already don't have it. First of all, I'm the customer. Let me look because it could be misplaced. Like, she pissed me off so bad. Like, I really snapped on her. Y'all don't got a 1B? Oh, I'm out. All right, whatever, bye. Like, I had an attitude because I didn't have time to play with them. You wouldn't let me look. You want to be a smart ass, so fuck it. I left. I went back to the hair salon. I'm like, look, they don't got a 1B. I have to go back down the street to get, you know, switch out my hair and to switch this one for the right kind of hair. And they're like, you're going all the way out there. I said, yes, I am, because I need my hair. Like, this is where I bought it. This is where I need to take it back, because they don't have my color, and they're not finna switch this one out because I didn't buy it at that store. And they're like, you can use a 1. I'm not finna use no 1. I told her, I'm not finna use no 1. I want a 1B, and what I want is what I get. I'm not going to use a 1, even though that was probably petty because it's the same color, but my hair is not jet black. I probably could have used the 1, but whatever, I didn't want to, so whatever. The lady's like, oh, hold on, we might have some hair in the back. Just doing anything just to get me to stay. They did not want me to leave that salon, honey. They did not want me to leave that salon. She goes back and grabs like a little, look like a cat ball worth of hair in a color 1, and then go in the drawer at her station and get a color. I swear to God, it was a 33 in a 1. And she tried to comb it together, and while she's doing it, I'm looking at her like, what? Like, I'm not finna use that on my hair. Like, you just steady. And she sees that I'm mad, and she's like, you gonna buy hair or you wanna use it? I said, I'll buy hair. And I kid you not, I left and never came back. Like, you're not finna, first of all, you was already late. 2, like, you just tried to use some dirty ass hair that somebody else probably had in their head on my head, and the hair wasn't even enough. Nah, y'all got me fucked up. I'm not coming here. No. End up leaving and went to the beauty supply store that I bought the first pack from, the long pack. And I'm like, hey, your associate, she sold me the wrong type of hair. I did text the girl, yes, because I told her, hey, if my friend can't do my hair, can you do it? Because she said she did hair. She showed me her work. It was okay, but I mean, 2 braids should be simple, and she wasn't gonna charge that much for it. So lucky I didn't, because she didn't even sell me the right pack of hair. So I'm glad I didn't even go. But anyway, I did tell him, hey, your associate, she sold me the wrong hair. I need 2 packs of Yaki perm. So we end up switching it out, and luckily he understood how mad I was, because they don't even do refunds. They only do exchanges. But I told him, look, your associate sold me the wrong pack of hair. What else am I going to get? I don't need nothing else but 2 packs of Yaki perm. He ended up giving me my money back, so I appreciate that from him. So on with the story, I called another friend. I wanted to go somewhere towards where my mom works, and she referred me to the same place that my friend told me to go to in the beginning. I still didn't go there first. I went to the place across the street. I'm like, okay, this is across the street. Let me see what they're about first. So I end up going there. I'm walking in, and I'm like, I want 2 braids. They told me to sit and, you know, wait, because they were still working on someone's hair. It wasn't gonna take that long, like 10 minutes. I waited. I text my friend. I'm like, hey, I'm across the street from where you told me to go. She's like, girl, I told you where to go. They rude in there. They will talk about you in your seat. At this time, I didn't care. I'm like, whatever. I ain't even paying their asses no attention. I just want them to do my hair and go. So The first lady calls me all the way to the back, and I showed her the kind of hairstyle, and she kept getting it wrong. So, you know, I told her I wanted braids going around my head, just like you see here, not going straight back. And she kept saying straight back, and I was like, no, I want it going around my head. So she sent me back to the front because I guess the lady in the front was going to do it. And so I waited 5 minutes for the lady in the front, and then when she got done, she told me to sit. You know, I'm sitting down, I'm giving her the stuff, the hair and everything. I told her, look, you know, this is how I want it. I showed her the picture on my phone, and she's like, okay. So then she goes,
Can I have the pay?
what? I said, can you have to pay? She said, yes. I said, oh, so y'all want me to pay before I see y'all work?
That's our policy. That's how we do it here.
I'm like, okay, well, all right, no, I'm straight. Got my stuff and left. And then as I was leaving, the other African people was getting loud in their language. Just, I guess they was mad because I didn't agree with their policy. I wasn't finna pay for y'all to do my hair before I seen it. First of all, I never been to y'all. Second of all, what if I don't like it? And they had posts around the salon like final pay, final style, no refunds, all this other stuff. Like, if they was to do my hair, I didn't like it, I couldn't get my money back, and I was gonna be highly pissed. So I was like, you know what, let me just go. Unless I know what they're capable of, I don't never pay nobody before I see my work. So it is what it is. I don't care. They got mad, whatever. I went across the street where both my friends told me to go, and I walked in. It wasn't even a wait. The lady that my friend referred me to, she was busy. She told me to go to the one by the door, the first chair by the door. You know, usually that means that's the best in a salon, I guess. But she was busy. She was working on some individuals, so I know she couldn't work on my hair. I wasn't even going to bother to ask because it was going to be a while. But it was another lady in there. I showed her how I wanted it. She sat me down. She started, you know, prepping before she got the weave out, and I showed her the style that I wanted. And she's like, okay. So she ended up doing it, but she doing it like the first braid that she did it like going back, like going straight back. And I made her take it out. And also this part was like extra skinny, and this part was extra big. And yes, I did make her take it out, because if I'm not satisfied with something, I'm not finna walk out, and I'm not finna pay you for it. So I told her to take that braid out, because that's not what I wanted. Like, I literally got up, showed her where I wanted her to part, showed her an example, like twist my hair up of how I wanted it to be done. And she's telling me, oh, it's gonna be complicated because you got too much hair. First of all, I'm not here to make your job easier, sweetie. I'm here to get what I want and pay you. I'm not here to make your job easy. Don't ever tell me that something is too complicated. No, because that's your job. You're supposed to provide the service no matter what. Like, I'm not here to make your job easy. What the fuck? No. So she ended up doing it. She did this braid too loose. You guys can see that. And this is like, she did it too loose. But anyway, when I got it done, I was happy. And she set me on the dryer. I paid her, and that was it. So that is the story time. Because I went through too much for 2 braids. Like, 2 braids. I should be in and out. You know, I left the house around 10 o'clock. And I was at my mother's job at 5. So that shows you how many hours. Like, that's like a whole damn shift. Like, I didn't even get paid to do all that crap. That was just too much for some 2 damn braids. Like, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9 or 10. 2 braids. I'm just scared to know the trouble that I would have had for 1 braid. But anyway, the point of the story is, 1, never pay anybody before you get your work done. 2, never be ashamed to ask anybody to see their work. I don't care. Nails, toes, eyebrow, eyelashes, whatever, hair. I don't care. See their work before you get shit done. Unless you know what they're capable of. And, you know, if you feel a bad vibe, then leave. Follow your instincts. My instincts told me don't stay in that first chair when they try to use some dirty ass hair on my head. And 2, I'm not finna pay nobody before I get my hair done. I went to 3 salons. It took 3 salons to get what I want. Like, literally, it shouldn't even be that trouble for 2 braids. But, you know, if you have a stylist, you know, stick to them. If you know what they're capable of, don't venture out. Stick to who you know. Stick to what you know. So that's it. It's just, you know, now I can look back on it and laugh, but at that, you know, it was a few days ago. I don't know if it was Tuesday. On Tuesday, I was highly pissed off. I had an attitude. I wasn't the nicest person in the world, you know. I was very upset. But now I'm calm, you know, whatever. I'm still pissed off about this one little braid that's loose, but you know, we can get past that. But that's the story. Don't forget to I can't talk today. Don't forget to subscribe to this video. Also follow me on Instagram at CMK positive _ Snapchat Miss CMK MISSCMK. Follow me on Twitter, just me CMK. Like this video, thumbs up. That's the least you can do. I went through all that trouble for 2 damn braids. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe once again, and I will be back. And also comment down below a video that you want to see for the next story time, and I'll be back. Bye.